Mom! Mommy! Mama!
Can I just change my name?
Hello everybody, my name is Marissa. Welcome. I am a mom and the owner of Noble Baby Wellness, where I specialize in nutritional counseling for toddlers and moms as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So today I wanted to let you know about my wellness journey and what brought me to where I am today and why I became so passionate in taking care of moms and toddlers and their wellness. I'm actually just about to go to the gym, and I figured the light outside is so beautiful and the sun is semi outside and shining, I guess, if you really want to say. Wow, my eye just totally twitched just there. The sun is like finally shining, kind of. So I wanted to take a nice video out here. Where do I start? Holy crap. I grew up in a house where we indulged in carbs. Like, we loved carbs. My dad would make pasta almost all the time, stir fry almost all the time. So needless to say, I grew up as a chunky child, and my dad always told me, don't worry, Marissa, it's just baby fat, it'll go away. But I was teased a lot as a child for my weight, even though it wasn't directly teasing, it was indirectly, which is still teasing and very hurtful. I grew up very self-conscious about my weight. I don't know what happened. I started to lose the weight a little bit, and once I hit my high school years, I was no longer that chunky little girl. I ended up in my 20s working at a gym. So I jumped into that fitness lifestyle, which totally changed me. I started exercising. I always ate pretty well. After living with my grandmother, I moved from Nova Scotia to Toronto, and I started to eat a little bit better because my grandmother is Greek, so she incorporated a lot of vegetables in my diet as well too, which I'm very thankful for. So being in that fitness industry, I began exercising. I started to portion my food, and the portions that I was making for myself wasn't necessarily healthy portions because they were so small, and I began to restrict my eating because I wanted to be thin. And now that I look back on it, I realized that I had a eating disorder, even though I wouldn't have never considered that being an eating disorder. And then at 22, I got knocked up. I was so stressed out. I was so freaking stressed out because I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. I'm gonna gain weight. And I was very fearful of that. And guess what happened? I gained weight. I gained 50 freaking pounds. 50 pounds. Now that I look at back at the pictures, scares the shit out of me. I was like, who the hell is that girl? I gained the 50 pounds because I worked at an Italian restaurant where I indulged. When I say indulged, I indulged in every sweet that I could put in my mouth. Literally. You name it, Nutella biscottis. They had like these little, I don't even remember the name of them, like these little donuts that had like custard or Nutella stuffed inside of them. I ate spaghetti bolognese every friggin' shift. My restricted eating went to binge eating, and that is a whole other side of a spectrum of an eating disorder. I restricted myself for so long that when I got pregnant, I was like, screw this. I'm gonna eat whatever the F I want. I gave birth a month early to my son, and I truly believe that it was because of my poor eating habits. When I actually went into labor, I remember laying in bed actually. You're pregnant and you like sneeze a little bit or you cough, a little bit of pee like dribbles out. I thought that's what happened. I wasn't sure if I peed myself or if my water broke, because I was like, no way, I'm giving birth a month early. Like, it's a freaking month early. Like, are you kidding me? My labor was 12 hours long. And I was mother freaking starving. I was so hungry, I literally ate ice chips for 12 hours. I was famished. All I could eat, I was like stuffing every chance I could get, stuffing myself with ice chips. Once I gave birth, I was in so much shock that I was like, what just came out of my vagina? I didn't even want to touch him. I was so disconnected to being a mother. He was so small, he had to stay in the NICU, which I had no idea if I was allowed to go in there, if I was like, I didn't even know how to breastfeed. I didn't even know how to change a freaking diaper. Any of my friends or relatives that had children and it was time for a diaper change, I said, enjoy your baby, I'm gonna go. We were able to leave the hospital a few days after he was born. Then we had to come back because he had jaundice. I had so many breastfeeding issues. The hospital already started supplementing Liam with baby formula. I did not want to formula feed my son. I wanted to strictly breastfeed. I knew that there were so many amazing benefits to breastfeeding, even though at the time I did not know what the heck those were, but I knew that it was friggin' free. I was referred to the hospital's breastfeeding clinic, which made me so much more stressed out because they attached this little tube into my nipple and then they taped it there to help Liam stimulate the milk production. When I got home to try to do it, it turned into a mess. There was formula flicking everywhere, all on poor little baby Liam, newborn baby Liam's face. I was sticky, I was pissed off with it, and I said, F this, I give up. And I cannot tell you how disappointed in myself I was that I could not breastfeed. The one thing that moms are supposed to do when they give birth is breastfeed, and their body should know how to breastfeed. I was so mad at myself. I was so disappointed. But rewind this. Note, breastfeeding is a learned technique. If you are struggling with breastfeeding, please do your research and look into a reputable breastfeeding clinic because they can help you. They can most definitely help you. Liam became a breastfed baby and he had so much colic. He was crying and gassy and it was horrible. If you are a mother and you have a baby who has experienced colic, it is literally awful. It is such an awful feeling because they are crying, they're in pain, and it hurts them, and I did not know what to do except for change the formula at least 6 different times, and nothing seemed to work. When we started to do our research on different formulas, we started to learn about the ingredients in commercial brand formulas, which is high fructose corn syrup as the main ingredient, which is disgustingly horrible for any human consumption. If you want to learn more about high fructose corn syrup, please do not hesitate to message me. I will give you so much information on how toxic it is for us and especially our little ones. So we wanted to find a formula that would not have that garbage inside of it. We found this amazing company called Hole, a European company that have higher standards of food quality, which was fantastic. So we ordered it, and I'm not even kidding you, Liam was a new baby. He had no more colic symptoms, no more gas, no more pain. It was beautiful. Months later, when we started introducing solids to him, I started to notice that he had multiple food sensitivities. Started doing my research, went to a naturopathic doctor, and learned that he had a leaky gut from the formula, from not being breastfed. I wanted to help him. I wanted to help heal him. That led me to wanting to learn more and wanting to be educated. That's when I found the Institute of Holistic Nutrition. Once I started IHN, I realized that I wanted to help other parents and other mamas and other little ones who are going through the same situation that I had gone through, and I wanted to help them, and because that's where my heart was, and that's what I'm doing now, is helping moms and helping little ones heal. I feel very grateful for going through this. It was a nightmare at the time, but now that I can look back on it and be so grateful and appreciative that I was given this opportunity to go through this, I wanted to share my story with you guys because you never know who it's gonna touch. I wanna put a voice to my story because not very many mothers wanna share their birth experience, especially if it's very traumatic, and I wanna be able to be that voice for the moms. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe down at the bottom. That would be much appreciated.